We're about halfway through VCT Americas Super Week, and already we have seen some crazy matches with some crazy upsets. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about the matches that have happened so far in VCT Americas Super Week, where every team is getting a chance to play twice. So these are the matches that have happened so far, starting with the games that happened on 420, nice. Starting with Sentinels versus mibr, which was a 2-0 victory in favor of Sentinels. This result is not a surprising result. Sentinels, a team that just won VCT Masters Madrid. They had a little bit of a rough game against Leviathan, losing that one 0-2, but they've since recovered from that loss by taking it to a team like mibr, which should be pretty easy fodder for them. So for Sentinels, if there's really any game to find your footing again after a bad loss, this is the game to do it. Looking at the first map, which was Lotus, Sentinels really took it to mibr, not allowing them to get much. 13-3 in favor of Sentinels, not really a surprise there. Lotus is one of their best maps. Sentinels winning the first two very quickly, only allowing mibr to get 3 wins on their attack side, and then winning 4 in a row to take the map in the second half. On Bind, which was mibr's pick, they did do a little bit better, winning 7 rounds, but it just isn't enough to stop just the freight train that is Sentinels. Sentinels winning 9 in the first half, so 9-3, not a curse anymore, and mibr having a decent side on their attack, but just not enough, too little too late. Sentinels take it. Looking at the MVPs of both teams, Tens had a really good match going 34, 15, and 22 for plus 19. Then Mazine on the side of mibr going 20, 26, and 19 for minus 6. So not a lot of good performances on mibr to really give them a player that was doing extremely well, but Mazine was technically doing the best. So for Sentinels, as I said, this is a good way to recover from a rough loss where you kind of got embarrassed. And for mibr, this is what is expected out of them. I was hoping to see some improvement from this team from kickoff, because they did have a decent kickoff, but so far we have not seen it. This was a pretty easy win on the side of Sentinels, so you can't really criticize them too much for it, because Sentinels are a very good team. But if mibr wants to get out of the basement of Americas, they need to start winning matches now. Sentinels now have a record of 2 wins, 1 loss, which puts them in 3rd in their group, and mibr 0-2, that has them 2nd last in theirs. Good win for Sentinels, rough loss for mibr, so it's what everybody was predicting this match to be. But moving on to a match that definitely had a more unexpected result, C9 taking it to Loud 2-1. This match was just a typical C9 win. They've been doing basically the exact same for their 3 matches that they have won this year so far. They lose the first map, they adjust, they recover in the second map, and then they just drag the other team into this chaotic mess and end up thriving in it and winning. And for Loud, this is a really tough match to lose. This is a team that you should be able to beat on paper. This is a team that hasn't been to any internationals in quite some time. This is a match that you need to win. A lot of people gave them a pass for their loss against Energy, me included. They had a very unfortunate situation, but now they've had 2 weeks to recover and to plan for this match, and they just couldn't get it done. Loud did win the first map 13-11, so it was pretty close, a very back and forth game. It was tied at 6 at the half, and then Loud were able to get the amount of wins to take this map. But then on Icebox, which was Loud's pick, C9 wins this one 13-4, so pretty dominant win on the side of C9. 9-3 in favor of C9 at the half, again, not a curse, and they're able to win 4 to take it, only allowing Loud to win 1. This was a nightmare scenario for Loud, losing on your map pick, especially on a map that you're known to be pretty good on. C9 were just able to dominate them. Then on Lotus, really back and forth during the first half, but that second half, it was all C9. Loud do win the pistol and the bonus, but C9 just recovers, wins 6 in a row to just storm to the match win. Looking at the MVPs for both teams, Rooney continues his hot streak. You could have put Oxy as well. He had a fantastic match, but I wanted to talk about Rooney. 55, 38, and 15 for plus 17 on the match. Fantastic numbers from him. C9 should have never dropped him. Sadak, 46, 46, and 18, so he does go even in his kill-death differential. He was Loud's best player, but it just wasn't enough. C9 were just able to just drag them into this chaotic mess and win, because that's their MO. They lose the first map, they look bad at the start, and then they just end up storming their way back and just making sure that they're controlling the play. And it works. It's been working every single match so far. C9's record is 3 wins to 0 losses. They are absolutely dominating right now. They are 2nd in their group behind Crew, which is insane, but we'll get to Crew in a second. And for Loud, they are 0-2 now. Thankfully for them, they are still 3rd in their group because their group is just really bad. That Omega group already looks like we know what the top 3 teams are going to be. It's probably going to be Leviathan, 100 Thieves, and Loud, because I don't see any of Furia, mibr, or EG being able to bring themselves into those spots. So Loud might just have to win 2 matches to be able to get in, and they'll be fine, because it looks like those 3 teams might just go winless. But crazier things have happened. Either way, for Loud, you need to bounce back from this one. For your next match, it's going to be a tough one. Their next match is against Crew. I think before this weekend, we probably would have been picking Loud, but Crew are playing really well right now. Which brings us to April 21st, the Sunday. Crew takes it to Evil Geniuses 2-0. Crew are playing great right now. No longer is this team a one-player team. Kesnet is playing fantastic, yes, but Heat and Klaus are both playing some amazing Valorant right now. This team is able to adapt quickly, to dominate matches, to frag out, to play wacky compositions, and it's been working out in spades for them so far, and this match was definitely a good showcase of it. And Evil Geniuses right now, they just look lost. This does not look like the team that was able to upset G2 during kickoff and take a map off of Loud. That team right now, this team is just not the same. Looking at the map, starting with Evil Genius's pick, Crew did win Lotus 13-5, just absolutely dominating during that first half, then losing 3 in a row during the second half, but it didn't matter. They just needed to get 3 wins. They were able to do it. Really bad situation for Evil Geniuses. You want to be able to start off with the bang to, really come out swinging after the losses that you've already suffered. They were not able to do that. Crew was just very, very ready for this match. Which brings us to Breeze, which was a little bit closer, but still a 13-9 win in favor of Crew. 8-4 at the half. EG were able to get on a bit of a roll during that second half after losing the pistol and the bonus, but as soon as Crew took back control, it was over. For the MVPs of both teams, I want to talk about Klaus. He went 35, 21, and 9 for plus 14. Both Kesden and Heat were playing very good as well, but Klaus, this is probably his best match of the season thus far. On the side of Evil Geniuses, not a lot to talk about there, but Superman went 28, 31, and 6 for -3. Rough performances across the board. Jogamo looks absolutely lost right now. He went 18, 33, and 5 for -15. This Evil Geniuses team just does not look very good. I really was getting the feeling that after kickoff, people were overrating this team. They were able to get a good win against G2, but I don't think that should have set the expectations for this team very high, and I think some people maybe got it in their head that this team was going to surprise a lot of people and be able to be a pretty good team, but this team just doesn't seem like it's going to be doing much of anything during the split. They now drop to 0-3 in the standings for their group. They are very last, winning only 1 map so far. And for Crew, you're looking nice right now, 3-0. They have had probably the easiest schedule of all teams in their group so far, so we'll see how they do versus teams that are seen as a lot better than them in the other group. Very interested to see what happens during that Loud match. I honestly think they can take it. Loud do not look like the same team right now, but they are probably going to really want to bounce back, so it's probably going to be very competitive. They are first in their group right now with the best map differential, only losing 1 map so far. You're looking really good at your Crew. I don't know if this is sustainable, but, you're doing well so far, so might as well just keep having fun while you can. Moving on to the final match that we have to talk about. Oh my god, this was awful. Leviathan beating Energy 2-0, absolutely wiping the floor with them on both maps. Leviathan are looking much, much better than they did at the beginning of this split. That loss against C9 really doesn't look very bad right now because C9 are beating everyone, and Leviathan are improving every single match so far. They have some incredible talent, so it was never a question about this team's talent level. It was a question about their roster construction and how well are these players going to work together, and right now, it's working out. Honestly, losing against C9 in the way that they did, I think just woke this team up because now they're playing some fantastic Valorant. And for Energy, they've only lost 2 matches so far in 2024. Sentinels at kickoff and now here against Leviathan. And it seems to be every time they lose, it has to be something spectacular. It has to just be an insane just stomping of them. They don't seem to lose like regular teams do. And I still think this team is very good. Good teams are allowed to have bad games. It happens, but this was downright embarrassing. This is a rough one for Energy fans. Looking at the map, starting with Sunset, which was Energy's pick, 13-4 in favor of Leviathan. Energy only winning 2 rounds during the first half and then 2 during the second half. Leviathan just absolutely in control the entire time. And Bind was nearly the exact same story, just kind of worse. Same exact scoreline, 13-4 in favor of Leviathan, but Leviathan win the first 11 rounds, nearly 13-0ing them. At the very least, Energy were able to pull some round wins out of a hat, but it just didn't matter. Leviathan was just in control this entire match. For the MVPs on both sides, there were a lot of really good players for Leviathan in this match. Kane, I did put him down as the MVP. He went 34-17 and 20 for plus 17. But Aspas, again, had a very insane match. He had the same amount of kills. He went 34-15 and 7. And Mazzino had some insane plays today, some insane clutches, actually leading the team in kills, 37-21-15. Honestly, I probably should put him down, now that I'm thinking about it. And on the side of Energy, Ethan, I guess, 25, 28, and 13, -5. Energy gets 0 praise for how they played today. It was just garbage. It was awful. This match was a case of one team playing much better than they have in the past, finding their form, finding their rhythm, and another team absolutely crap in the bed. Absolutely not playing even close to the level that they possibly could. And I'm not saying that to take away from Leviathan's win, because again, they played extremely well during this match. But for Energy, this has to be their worst match of the entire year. They cannot have this happen again. This was embarrassing. Demon won. I know he had a really rough match. I don't think his raise completely sucks. There is a lot of hate going on right now. He had some pre-game comments where he said he was going to take care of Aspas. Did not happen. They are now 4th, so they dropped from, I believe they were 1st, and then they dropped down to 4th. So they're out of a playoff spot right now, but a lot of teams in their group are doing very well. For Leviathan, they are now at the top of their group. They are 2-1 as well, so same exact record. They're looking like they have a pretty good chance to make playoffs, even after that first loss to C9. So for Leviathan, you're looking really good. Your stars are playing very well. Looks like this team is much more synced than they have been in the past. So for fans of that team, hopefully that continues. And for Energy, take it as a learning experience. Never have this happen again. This was embarrassing. I know this team is way better than this. I think they'll be fine. But yeah, this sucked. This sucked for Energy fans, and I'm one of them, unfortunately. So previewing the matches that are happening today at the time of uploading and filming this Sunday night, but G2 versus Furia is the first match. I'm picking G2 for that one. I think most people probably are, because Furia just are looking like the worst team in the Americas right now. Then we have C9 versus 100 Thieves. I'm very curious to see how this match goes. C9 are playing some insanely good Valorant right now. 100 Thieves, they recover after their loss to Sentinels, so they're looking better, but honestly, I think I'm going to pick C9 for this one. They are just, it's looking like it's going to be hard to stop this team, and it feels different from last year where, you know, they dominated in the Americas but ended up just completely failing in playoffs. I mean, that could happen again, obviously, but this team looks a lot better than that team did, and honestly, they're playing just a much better style, a much more hard to play against style, and I think they need to figure out their first map. They keep losing their first map. If they can clean that up, this team's golden. So we'll see how these matches go. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about the matches that have happened so far, and then the matches upcoming. I'll be making a video about the rest of Super Week once that concludes, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all very much for watching. Please click like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.